Friday, August the 14th, and it's morning briefing time. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System overnight. Snapshot of the region this morning, nothing much new. Updated numbers came in earlier this week from the unaccompanied children. We have the same 4 disaster declarations working. No damage assessments this morning to talk about, and no fire management grant requests. And now as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, we're having a little bit of rain out there. Mark's going to talk about that in just a second. In the meantime, no changes to the status of our state EOCs, the RRCC, or the National Watch. All are at level 4 steady state. No changes to the status of our IMATs. No shelters to talk about this morning. And all power outages in all of our states are less than 1,000. We continue to monitor the sludge coming down the river over there in San Juan County in far northwestern New Mexico. Nothing new to report on that. Still no request for FEMA or state assistance in that. And now we'll turn it over to Mark.
Good morning, everybody. Overall, a pretty quiet morning across FEMA 6. We do have some showers and isolated thunderstorms over northern Oklahoma. That is dropping to the south, and we will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms over western Oklahoma and far northwest Texas for today. For the most part, they will be to the west of I-35, and really not looking for anything severe today, though we could see some locally gusty winds, but that should be just about it. You'll notice kind of the lack of colors on here. No heat advisories out for FEMA 6 today, so basically just looking at typical summertime heat. And on the 5-day threat matrix, pretty much sums up everything, that it's going to be quiet for the next 5 days. Really not looking for too much in the way of significant weather impacts for FEMA 6 coming up into early next week. And same thing on the tropical side, still remains just extremely quiet for this time of the year, and don't really see anything for the foreseeable future. And so graphically, over the next 5 days, again, no significant weather is expected, but you will notice on the 5-day precip, going into early Wednesday morning, there is at least some green painted over a good deal of Texas. So we are looking at least for the potential for a pattern change coming up into the middle of next week, latter part of next week, to where we'll at least start to see a chance for some rainfall over East Texas and Louisiana, where we have seen the drought conditions begin to increase here over the last few weeks. And we can see that as we take a look at the drought monitor. You do see the orange that is beginning to show up over portions of East Texas, southern Louisiana, so that is where we are seeing the severe drought come back into play, and then the lighter shade of brown is where the moderate drought is. So we could definitely use some rain across the areas, so hopefully we'll start to see that move in by the middle and latter part of next week. But just kind of keeping our fingers crossed on that. Doesn't look like it's going to be a widespread rainfall, but at least something will be showing up on the radar screen. And for the 3-day space weather forecast, going to be quiet for the next couple of days, and then looking at the potential for a minor G1 storm coming up on Sunday. But overall, the impacts from that should be minimal. So that will conclude my portion of the briefing this morning, Paul, and I'll hand it back to you.
Good morning. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat window or ask your question if you're on the phone. In the meantime, we'll take a look at the events going on around the region and looking forward to next week. And the pop quiz for today. Feeder bands, which one of those is the correct answer? Anybody want to venture a guess this morning? I see Angela. All right, I've got a couple of answers, and the answer is C. Increase the power of the storm. The Mach gets the correct answer. Any other questions this morning? All right, everyone, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.